Hi, it's Chief Meteorologist Kurt Aaron here at WNEP. I don't know if you're aware of this, but a few weeks ago, NOAA came out with their official prediction for winter 23-24. And I had some people ask me about it, so I said, why not post this online so you can see for yourself? We're going to break it down a little bit. I want to start off, though, with temperatures. Now, this is for December, January, and February. And as you can see, any areas in the yellow, the red, those are considered to be above average temperatures. And by the way, looking at the map, too, that also includes Anchorage, Alaska, too, in that. So how about that? We've got above normal temperatures expected for the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic region, and then stretching back towards the Great Lakes and then all the way over to the Northwest. Any area you see like this, equal chance means it could be near normal or slightly above or slightly below. But that's the temperature outlook. And again, meteorological winter, December, January, February is what we're looking at here for the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic region. Part of the reason for that, stronger El Nino. When El Nino sets up, this is what we get. Polar jet just north of Pennsylvania here. And notice that Pacific jet down here. That's the one bringing rain starting in Southern California over to the Four Corners region, Texas, and then some of the southeast there. For us, it means we could have above normal temperatures, but could be a little more active as far as storms go because of where that polar jet sets up. So this is a typical wintertime pattern for El Nino, and that's the way it's looking right now, according to NOAA, that we'll end up with. All right, precipitation. This is where it gets interesting because if you look at the Appalachians here, east of it, it looks like it's going to be a little bit above normal as far as precip, but then west looks like it's drier than normal. So another typical pattern with El Nino. And again, December, January, February, those are the months included in this from NOAA based off the data that they have. So when we talk about El Nino, La Nina, we're talking about the equatorial region of the Pacific Ocean. And you see the trade winds. What happens is this warmer water moves closer to South America, and it influences our weather patterns as well. Typical wintertime pattern for El Nino. You saw that Pacific jet. Here it is down here. And then we have the polar jet. Now, even though we're expecting temperatures to be above normal, that's what NOAA's putting out there right now for December, January, and February. It doesn't mean we can't have those stretches where we get those those Arctic blasts of air. You know what I'm talking about. We get them every winter. And when we're in an El Nino pattern, there's a reason for that, because the El Nino pattern actually helps weaken the polar jet. So we're looking at the North Pole. We look up here. Here's your polar vortex right here. This is a large area of very cold air, and it stays bottled up thanks to this polar jet right here. Okay? And remember, we saw in the previous maps the polar jet just north of Pennsylvania. What's going on? Well, typically, you have a strong jet stream up here, large pressure difference, keeping the jet together, the cold air to the north. When you get the El Nino, as we were just talking about, that actually weakens this jet. So you see what happens. We get these chunks, and you hear me talk about it over the last 20 years. You know, we get these blasts, these chunks of Arctic air. And that's exactly what happens. They come over our region, and then they give us those 5, 6, 10 days of frigid temperatures, and then this retreats and goes back up. So even though, that's why I'm saying we're talking about above normal temperatures for the most part during that 3-month time period, there will be periods where we have this Arctic air invade our region just because of what I explained with the weakening of the jet stream. So strong El Nino means warmer winter for us, a little wetter over eastern Pennsylvania. We talked about the mountains. West of the mountains, we end up a little drier, at least that's the way it looks now. East of the mountains, it looks a little wetter. And we're going to have some frigid stretches as well, where we see that Arctic air, thanks to that polar jet. So just breaking it down for you so you have the idea. I hope this helps explain things a little bit better, and you kind of get an idea for what may come December, January, and February. We're going to keep a close eye on it. I mean, it is still only October, but we'll keep you posted on it. Thanks for watching.